Before we take a basic look at the build process, let's spend a quick minute setting up our media pool so that we can better organize our assets. With our template open, let's start setting up a basic structure in the media pool. By default, we have a bin called Master already in place. Within that bin, we have our initial map files and the Resolve timeline for our masking template. I like to leave those there for quick and easy access. Let's create some new bins in the media pool. Right-click on Master and select New Bin. Let's call this one Assets. This bin will store media files that are not specific to a singular scene. In other words, if we intend to use an asset more than once, we will store it in here. On that note, let's create another bin, and we will call this one Scenes. In a future tutorial, we will cover the concept of breaking our show up into scenes. We won't deep dive into that one yet though, but let's get the bin for it in place. Create yet another new bin, and name this one Workbenches. Recall from way back in part 3 of this series, we used a workbench timeline to convert a video into a matching frame rate. Timelines that we use as workbenches will be stored here. Finally, we will add one more bin, and call it Junk Pile. The junk pile is going to be a place to import temporary assets into your project. Most often I use it for images and effects that I want to download and modify, but not ultimately keep. The only assets we will store here are assets that can be deleted from our hard drives, and not affect the show build. If it makes more sense, you can call this your temp directory. Let's continue organizing by adding 3 more bins to our asset folder. If you have the assets folder selected, you can create new bins by right-clicking anywhere in the pane next to it, and create a new bin called Audio. Create 2 more bins, one for video, and one for images. Since we are here, let's start organizing our Scenes folder. Select Scenes, and right-click to create another new bin. Call this Scene 1. Open the Scene 1 bin, and then create a video, audio, and images bin for this folder. These bins will store media assets that we only intend to use within one scene and one scene only. For example, if a video will not appear multiple times in the show, it will go here. Let's finish this off by creating a timeline for Scene 1. Right-click anywhere in this pane, and select New Timeline. Name this Scene 1. Now, if we know we need to find the Scene 1 timeline, we can easily locate it in this bin. When you get to the point in the future where you will need more than one scene, just create a new set of bins similar to this one for each scene number you will have. Our basic media pool structure is now complete. Of course, you are welcome to organize yours differently, or add new bins you might think of. It's entirely up to you. But you can use this structure as a starting point for your build. It would be a good idea to export your project again, so you don't have to create this structure every time for every show. Whenever you make a change to your template, be sure to export it again for future use. In the next video, we will finally get to that show build overview that I promised you, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it.